Why was this area called Sugar Loaf? Well, actually, when the glaciers encroached in this area, they moved a lot of earth, and what didn't move was the hard rock, such as this prominence behind us.
A lot of granite in that rock.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about 1,300 feet in elevation. And what makes it quite unique is that it's a baldy. It has this conical shape on the west side here, and you can, when you go to the top of the mountain, you could look out and you get a 360-degree panorama of this whole valley. I mean, the vantage point here is tremendous.
And it was right on the way beyond a path, which was the main connection between the Philadelphia, Trenton area and Danskamer for
just
for
north
Indians.
of Balmville and Newburgh,
Right.
the city of Newburgh. That was a major route between two points of governance and culture. And so a lot of Algonquin peoples, not just the Lenape, but other ethnic groups, Native American ethnic groups, would take that route. And so Sugarloaf could benefit from that because Sugarloaf could provision them with food as they were passing through, and could also learn a great deal, skills and stone working and so forth.
And the mountain being so prominent also is a focal point, some say, for a ceremonial landscape among the indigenous people. There are stone walls that don't seem to make sense from a European
of property
mind.
Markers, but
Right.
actually of other more maybe spiritual things, meeting spiritual needs and boundaries.
You'll find piles of weather-worn rock that would come from a stream that obviously people carried up there, and some people claim those were offerings as the indigenous people came up to this site.
And the Lenape felt that smoke going up into the heavens could carry messages. It was a way of communicating with the spiritual world above them. So obviously they wanted a high point here, and you could have fires here, and those fires could be seen for many, many miles in every direction. People could come and climb the mountain and participate in these spiritual ceremonies. But they also, on the north side, we believe now, John Bradner did some archaeological work there a number of years ago, and he believed that he found a trading post, a trading center. He found a large number of stone objects for grinding grain and so forth, as bowls, as spearheads and arrowheads and so forth. And he developed a theory that was a major point of exchange, not only for people who were traveling the Wawayanda Path, but for local peoples as well. So a great deal of importance was attached to this mountain. And when the Europeans came through, legend has it, it's not documented, but that the Clowes family, Clowes, who were buying a lot of land in this area in the early 1700s, and she looked at this and it reminded her of sugar loaves. When you bought sugar in stores in those days in the 1730s and 40s, there'd be a loaf on the shelf, and the proprietor would cut pieces of that loaf for you. And the loaf was white on top, sugary, and darker around the edges at the bottom. And she said, "Gee, that reminds me of those sugar loaves. Let's call this area Sugar Loaf." That's the oral history of the area. We don't have it documented, but it's an oral history that's going back many generations.